Hello and welcome. Today, I'm showing you something I feel like we need to see more of around here. A realistic, budget-friendly carnivore grocery haul. This video is for anyone that's like me. You know, you want to eat like a cowboy, but shop like you're couponing at Dollar Tree. And you know I love me some Dollar Tree. If you do too, make sure you check out my other channel, linked below. Back to my point, this isn't one of those fancy influencer hauls where they've got tomahawk steaks stacked up in a buggy like it's some Vegas buffet. This is real life. We're talking limited funds, eggs, sausage, chicken wings, maybe even a little treat from the clearance section if the Walmart fairies are feeling generous. Here's a few things you need to know. Like, I shop at a couple of stores, so I'll put timestamps down in the description box. For the folks that love details, I'll be flashing you the nutritional information and ingredients, plus the price of each item, how much I spent at every store, and at the very end, my grand total. My budget's $60 a week, and since I don't like going to the grocery store, I try to get 2 weeks worth of food when I go. Oh, and all this food, it's for me, because Chris is still working out of town. If all that sounds like your cup of tea, stick around. I'm going to show you how I do carnivore without eating liver or pawning Granny's jewelry. First stop was Walmart, and boy oh boy was I in for a shock. I even pulled up the app while I was standing there and went through my old receipts. Beef has went up 40% since last summer. Then, as I'm scanning over my options, I realized that every single package of ground beef has natural flavors listed in the ingredients. What? Why? And I don't think you should drive yourself crazy about stuff like that. Just buy the best you can afford. But at this point, I was already upset over the situation and I grabbed the cleanest I could find, which was the organic market side grass-fed 8515 ground beef. Grass finished, no antibiotics or hormones, 3 pounds in total, and the only ingredient is organic beef. Thank you. 4 ounces is a serving, so there's 12 servings here. 0 carbs, 21 grams of protein, and 17 grams of fat. Price $19.97, making them $6.65 a pound. My next stop, eggs, which turned out to be a barren wasteland with 4 to choose from. I went with the 18 count of market side cage-free brown eggs. Not my favorite, but better than nothing, that's for sure. Price $5.67. After getting my carnivore staples, I doubled back to the meat, and that's when my luck turned around. I've heard talk of this mythical creature, but never spotted it in the wild until now. Carolina Pride Zero Sugar Sliced Bacon. They had the thick cut and the original cut. Both were priced for $5.74. So I went ahead and got one of each. They have the same ingredients, but the nutritional information is just a little different. The original has 14 slices, 2 pieces is a serving with 0 carbs, 3 grams of protein, and 5 grams of fat. The thick cut has 10 slices, 2 pieces is a serving with 0 carbs, 5 grams of protein, and 7 grams of fat. I've not made pork chops in ages, so I bought a tray of thin cut, and this one has 7 inside. A serving is going to be 0 carbs, 23 grams of protein, and 6 grams of fat. The price was $5.70. I got a pound of Purdue ground chicken with no antibiotics, hormones, or steroids. This tray has 4 4-ounce servings, and a serving is going to be 0 carbs, 22 grams of protein, and 9 grams of fat. Best deal of the day because the price was only $3.84. Call me superstitious, but I was a bit hesitant to grab this markdown. I mean, did this bird come from a farm or straight out of the underworld? Either way, protein's protein. A pound and a half of Purdue thin sliced chicken breast. Free range, no antibiotics, no hormones or steroids, $6.66. College football is finally back, and that means lots of Saturdays on the couch screaming at the TV while we're scarfing down some wings. This 4-pound bag of great value frozen chicken party wings with flats and drumettes was the cleanest I could find. It's going to have 11 servings, 4 ounces is a serving size with 0 carbs, 19 grams protein, 16 grams fat, and the price was $12.98. During this trip to Walmart, I spent way too much time looking at cheese, and I ended up buying 2 2 8-ounce blocks of the Great Value brand, 1 Swiss and 1 mozzarella. Both were priced at $1.97. And I got a bag of Great Value brand whole milk mozzarella string cheese. There's 12 cheese sticks inside. One has 0 carbs, 7 grams of fat, and 7 grams of protein. $3.34. And I got a 16-ounce tub of sour cream. I bought the Great Value because it was cheaper and had the same ingredients as the name brand: cultured cream and enzymes. 2 tablespoons has 5 grams fat, 1 gram of protein, and 1 carb for $1.97. Butter prices are going down, thank goodness. So I picked up one of the 16-ounce Great Value salted for $3.72. Walmart ate up the majority of my budget. My total was $79.27. We had to go back to Asheville, North Carolina. It's about an hour-and-a-half drive, so while I was there, I ran in Trader Joe's for 2 things. Let's talk about these chicken breakfast sausage patties, cause they're absolutely delicious. Even my kids love them. I like that they're fully cooked, so when we're in a hurry, all we gotta do is heat and eat. Gluten-free, no antibiotics ever, and probably the cleanest ingredients I've ever been able to find when it comes to sausage. A bag has 6 patties, and 2 is going to be a serving with 13 grams of protein, 1 carb, and 9 grams of fat. Since I'm not sure when I'll be close to Trader Joe's again, I got 3 bags. They're $2.99 each, so I ended up spending $8.97 for 18 sausage patties. And we had just finished off our last bottle of 21 Seasoning Salute, and this is my all-time favorite for burgers. It's small, 2.2 ounces, but mighty, and usually lasts for several months. No carbs or yucky ingredients, and the price was $1.99. Total spent at Trader Joe's, $10.96. With just under $30 left in my budget, I headed to United Grocery Outlet, and I was thrilled to spot a 1-pound Tub O brand all-natural pure beef tallow. I've never tried beef tallow before. I've wanted to, but it's always so expensive. Minimally processed with no artificial ingredients, and it's from beef that's been born, raised, and harvested in the USA. Only ingredient is beef tallow. 1 tablespoon has 13 grams of fat, 0 carbs, and 0 protein. I bought 2 tubs. They were $6.49 each, so I spent $12.98. On the Brent Beef website, they're $19.99 for 1. Next tasty little treasure was the 5-ounce packs of Hormel turkey pepperoni slices. 17 slices is a serving, and it has 9 grams of protein, 0 carbs, and 5 grams of fat. I bought 2 because they were $1.99 each, so I spent $3.98, and that's the price of 1 at Walmart. They had a 12-ounce package of Garrett Valley Farms sugar-free turkey kielbasa. No antibiotics, gluten-free, and minimally processed. Pristine ingredients. 2 ounces is a serving, said no one ever, but we can pretend. It's going to have 1 carb, 12 grams of protein, and 6 grams of fat. The price, $1.99. There were several different flavors of the 4505 pork rinds. I got the 3-ounce bag of sea salt, great ingredients, and 0 carbs. It was $2.29. The way I see it, if I'm going to buy hot dogs, this is probably my best option. Applegate Organic 100% grass-fed beef hot dogs. 10-ounce pack with no antibiotics, no nitrates or nitrites, and it's non-GMO. There are 6 hot dogs. 1 is a serving with 0 carbs, 8 grams of fat, and 7 grams of protein. They were $1.99 a pack. Making my total spent at United Grocery Outlet $23.23. And my grand total for all 3 stores, $113.46. I'm going to round that up and say $57 for a week's worth of groceries. And that's my budget-friendly carnivore haul. Proof you don't have to spend a fortune or sweet talk a butcher to eat good. In my last grocery haul, you guys said you wanted to see the meals that I made with this food. Love that. So if you're curious, make sure you're subscribed and tap on that notification bell. That way when I upload, you'll be alerted, because my very next What I Eat in a Day video will be meals and recipes from this haul. Now, before you run off, tell us, what's the best deal that you found lately? Drop it in the comments and help us all survive these insane grocery prices together. If you've been enjoying these no frills, only cheap thrills grocery hauls and you found them helpful, hit that like button. And how about we do this? If I end up with 1,000 of these, likes, I'll lower my weekly budget, which means either I'll have to get more creative or sweet talk that butcher down a few bucks. My turn to skedaddle. So I will see you in the next video. I hope you're having a great day and thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.